Hello guys and welcome back to What Do You Drink in 10? In today's video we are going to talk about 4 of the main regions here in Colombia. We are talking about their cultures, some of their accents, and things about the principal cities in these main regions. So stay right there and let's go on to the video.
Colombia has exactly 6 regions, which are the Insular region, the Caribbean region, the Pacific region, the Andean region, the Orinoquia region, and the Amazon region. But for the video of today, we're going to present you just 4. The Pacific one, the Andean, the Orinoquia, and the Caribbean region.
We have the Pacific region. It is located in the west coast of the country and it borderlines with the Pacific Ocean. That's where it gets its name. So, we are going to talk about 2 main departments in this region. The first one is the Chocó department, which capital is Quibdó. Now, for the economic field in this department, we have a very successful industry of farming. Despite the fact that the whole region has a very rainy weather and it's kind of difficult, but the Chocó department is actually very successful in the production of plantain, rice, coconut, and corn. And that's it for the economic field. Now, we also have a bunch of typical parties throughout the country, but for the Chocó department we only have one, and it's called the Parties of Saint Francis of Assisi, or how the locals like to call it, Las Fiestas de San Pacho. This goes from September the 20th to October 4th. They are religious celebrations that celebrate this saint and are very colorful and very well liked for all that it represents. Now, the other department that we're talking about is Nariño, which capital is San Juan de Pasto. Now, for the economic field in this region, we have basically the same activities as in Chocó. We just add fishing, and these activities in Nariño are a little bit more successful because of the weather facilities or the weather condition. It makes it easier to produce all the products that we have already talked about. Now, for typical parties or celebrations inside Nariño, we have quite a lot. The whole year is full of celebrations, but now I'm just going to talk to you about the first one actually, and the biggest one, let's say. It is called the Black and White Carnival, or in Spanish, El Carnaval de Blancos y Negros. It celebrates the fusion of culture, languages. They are very colorful celebrations and has attendance from all around the country and the world, so they are very successful. Now, I would like to give you an example of a type of accent that you can find inside the Pacific region. There are a ton of accents, but I would only show you one. Unfortunately, I cannot do it, so I need a little help. So if you would like to come with me and help me ask somebody to explain to you what the Pasto accent sounds like, the Pastuso accent sounds like. Tia, can you help me make a Pastuso accent, please?
A ver, María José, ella hizo las tareas de hoy, o está esperando que vuelva y le diga que haga la tarea, que haga la tarea.
Hi everyone, it's Juan again, and today I'm going to talk to you about the Andean region, specifically an area that it's called Altiplano Cundiboyacense. This area contains 2 main departments, Cundinamarca and Boyacá. They both are located in the center of the country and they both share a lot of things, such as costumes as well as expressions, and this is because they both keep the heritage of the Muiscas. So it is important to highlight that they're both located throughout the mountains of the Andes. So without further ado say, let's go straight to the features of this area. In terms of food, we have plenty of options to talk from. So we have grains, we have cereals, we have tubers, we have proteins, and the options are so many. So we have lechona, we have bandeja paisa, we have tamal, and so on. In clothing, we have one specific garment that it's called Rome, and this is because the weather in the Altiplano it's very 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 cold. So you will see a lot of Romes. Talking about expressions, we have some peculiar ones, such as esfero. Esfero, it's for pen, and it's used mainly in Bogota, the capital. So another expressions that we have is, let's say, chucha. Chucha is a bad smell in your armpit. Another expression would be berraco. Berraco, it's used for a person who is brave or who is pissed off, depending on the context. Also, it is characteristic from the Altiplano Cundiboyacense to use denonyms such as ala in Bogota or usted or su merced, mainly in Boyacá. This is used to replace the pronoun or just as a simple demonym. So we can say, "Qué linda estás hoy, Ala," or we can say, "Qué linda está su merced." So it's very, very gentle.
So the next region is the Orinoquia region. It is located on the east of Colombia and it is conformed by 4 departments, which are Casanare, Bichada, Meta, y Arauca. So some customs we have in this region are coleos. Coleos are a kind of rodeo where 2 cowboys on their horses chase down a young bull and their objective is to knock down the bull. It's cruel, but it's a custom. Then we have joropo. Joropo is a type of music which is characterized by the use of a harp, a llanera harp specifically. It's a very distinctive sound of theirs. And then there's also a dance for joropo, which looks like this. And it is performed by 2 people, or sometimes like bigger groups, but normally it's performed by 2 people, and that's how it looks like. And then we have asados. Asados are a very common custom because this region is known for their cattle raising. It's a very important economic activity, so it's very common to eat meat. Also, they have this type of meat called mamona, which is very good, highly recommend. So, some expressions we have in this region are first, camarita. Camarita is a way of calling your friend, so, camarita, like that, that's just calling up your friend. It's like buddy, basically. Then we have pija. Pija is like a way of calling up attention, you know, like hey or something like that. So pija, kinda. It's like a way of calling attention to yourself because something happened or whatever. And finally, we have verdadita. Verdadita is like seriously, like this just happened seriously, like it happened. It's like that. So we can say, for example, camarita, yo caminando para mi casa hace poquito y había un hueco en el piso y yo no lo vi y me caí, casi me faltó la pierna, verdadita que casi me faltó la pierna, eso fue un dolor. I tried, okay?
My name is Tania and I'm going to present you the Caribbean region. The Caribbean region is located in the north of our country next to Venezuela and to the Atlantic Ocean. This region has 7 departments, which are La Guajira, Atlántico, Bolívar, Magdalena, Córdoba, Sucre, and Cesar. The people of this region are known for their happiness, spontaneous lives, and their love for music and dancing. As we can see in one of their most important parties or carnivals, that is the Barranquilla Carnival, and another one that could be the Vallenato Festival. Talking about their typical food is seafood, mainly because their closeness to the ocean. About their accent, first, they tend to omit the s at the end of some verbs that people of other parts of the country does, such as for the verbs of the third person. Another thing is that they talk too fast, so some of the people tend to not understand them, but it's just that you get used to it and then you will comprehend pretty well. Talking about slangs of the Caribbean region, First, for example, talking about a girl who is really, really beautiful, they don't say ella es linda, as most of us could say, but they say que bolla vieja. Boya means in this part of the country means bonita. Another slang they use too is, for example, the eche or the eche en joda. That means like it's like a surprised sentence, like for surprise situations or like no way. For example, eche en joda, te comiste toda la plata. They don't say cerramos la llave, they say cerramos la pluma. They don't say trabajamos, they say camellamos. They don't say nos cortamos el pelo, but they say nos pegamos la motila.